Hey y'all, what's good? And welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. Let's remember to have healthy dialogue, be respectful to ourselves and to each other, and to challenge the argument and not the person. Let's get it. In May of 2019, Mr. Herring was traveling southbound in a Georgia neighborhood. He unfortunately collided with an 18-wheeler head on. It is believed that Mr. Herring was suffering from a diabetic emergency and was trying to get to the hospital. After the collision, Mr. Herring exited his vehicle, disoriented and confused, asking some of the other bystanders what happened. They let him know that he was in an accident and that they were calling 911. Mr. Terry Robinson, a correctional officer, successfully called 911 and provided a detailed description of what took place. The 911 dispatcher alerted him that someone was en route to the accident. However, what Mr. Terry didn't know was that there was another accident a couple of miles ahead and that accident was obstructing traffic, which delayed the other officers from arriving to the scene of the new accident. After 20 minutes, Mr. Herring grew frustrated and started to get into his vehicle. This prompted Terry Robinson to call 911 again. He told the dispatcher that Mr. Herring was frustrated and that he was trying to leave the scene. The 911 dispatcher asked Mr. Robinson to try to get his plate number. He was unsuccessful. Hannah Payne, who was also a bystander, jumped into her Jeep and decided to follow Mr. Herring. While she was following Mr. Herring, she called 911 and told them that she believed that he was drunk and she was afraid. She continued to pursue him. The 911 operator told her, "We don't need you to chase him, but just keep an eye out on him." She told them that I'm not going to follow him because I am afraid that he's going to cause another accident. She hung up the phone. A few minutes later, Hannah Payne called 911 again to see if anyone was en route to the accident, the scene of the crime. They told her that yes, someone is on the way, and Hannah continued to follow him. She followed Mr. Herring for a whole mile before she decided to cut his vehicle off and exit her vehicle. She approached Mr. Herring very aggressively. It is reported that she punched him and slapped him while hollering at him and telling him to get the F out of the car. Mr. Herring did not comply with Miss Payne. Miss Payne grew frustrated and she took her GUN and unalived Mr. Herring. I want to analyze the 911 call bit by bit because Miss Payne has supporters that believes that she was acting in self-defense. So let's listen to the 911 call. I want to analyze the 911 call bit by bit because Miss Payne has supporters that believes that she was acting in self-defense. So let's listen to the 911 call.
Hey, we have an accident up here by Clark House and Forest Parkway, Clark House and Forest Parkway. It's a truck, unfortunately hit a vehicle, and I'm looking at the guy now, he's pretty good, he's moving and everything. But we had a truck that had an incident with a vehicle. Clark House and Forest Parkway. What kind of truck is it? It's a semi-tractor trailer, and it's a pickup truck. All right, Yes, there's the code.
Okay, does it say that you want to start it insert?
But do you need assistance? Do you need ambulance? Sir. Yes, sir, it's okay. You need ambulance assistance? He's not saying anything.
Okay, so the person that we hear making a 911 call is Terry Robinson. He is a correctional officer in the state of Georgia. He is calling to report that there was a collision between a truck and an 18-wheeler. Mr. Herring is unresponsive to Mr. Robinson, who is basically trying to help assess him and see if he needs 911 to send an EMS.
So you okay? Yeah.
Okay, is he saying that he needs assistance, he needs an ambulance, or no?
All right. So do you need assistance? Do you need ambulance, okay? Well, I mean, you with this, well, are you okay?
We have police in around, but
Yes, I'm aware. I'm a state officer. I work for GDC. So, yeah, that's why I pulled over.
is any airbags
She was there. She was there. Nah, she left.
I'm sorry.
No, man, I'm talking to the gentleman who's at the secretary with her. And he was, the car twerking in. You don't even know what happened. She fell asleep. But you need to be into that. Don't try it. Don't try it because you're smoking.
Okay, so Mr. Terry Robinson is basically describing to the 911 dispatcher how Mr. Herring is presenting. So he is drowsy. He may have even fallen asleep. He is disoriented. Now, anybody that has experience with those who have diabetes, if his blood sugar, if he was suffering from hypoglycemia, these are all signs. If his sugar is low, he's going to be disoriented and sleepy and lethargic until he gets some sugar. Okay. And so that is the state that Mr. Herring is in. Mr. Terry testified that he has experience with diabetic individuals as he works closely with nurses in the jail.
Sir, this spot right there, right there.
Are they obstructing the roadway?
I saw from the I saw the car coming. So he just that. And then I see the light was green. Yes. You asked for it. You asked for it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to be out there, okay?
Yes, ma'am. We'll apologize for that.
No, that's okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, so at the end of the call, Mr. Terry Robinson is basically telling the 911 dispatcher that the car is smoking and there is fluid leaking from underneath the car. He is more fearful that Mr. Herring is going to start a fire with his car and not assuming that Mr. Herring is under the influence of drugs or alcohol at this time. And so the dispatcher lets them know that someone is en route. They hang up, and then Mr. Robinson is gonna place another call to 911.
Clinton County 911, what is the location of your emergency?
Clark Howell and Forest Parkway. We had a call earlier, and it's been over like 20 minutes now, and no police or no ambulance has shown up at this location. And like I said, the ball already told us in a semi-tractor truck, and none has showed up at this moment in time.
Okay, I just see the call, we already have someone on the way.
The reason why I'm asking that because the driver who caused the accident, I think he's impaired. Something's going on with him, and so the thing about we're trying to tell him to turn his vehicle off and smoke, and he's not following command. So that's why I'm asking to see what if he's moving his ears. He's going to drive off now. He's driving off. He's driving off. Take a picture of the driver light. Take a picture quick. He's driving off.
Where's he going towards?
Yeah, he's heading towards Riverdale Road, Upper Riverdale Road. That's where he's headed.
What kind of vehicle is it? Is
He's
that
in
the
a red
Dakota?
Dakota. Get out the road, sir. Get out the road. Hurry up.
What's the tag number?
Red Dakota, front end damage to his red Dakota. Did you get a picture of the driver light? The tag. Oh man, let's get out the road. Get out the road. He's heading towards Riverdale Road, heading towards 285 area. Riverdale Road. He's heading west on Forest Parkway towards the area.
Give me one.
Okay, good. Go. Now the other driver who was and she's going to take a picture of the yeah, he's fled. He's an African American. Two vehicles. His vehicle and the truck. The truck is still here. The driver of the truck is still here. And so step out the road. Just step out the road, please. So he's in a red Dakota. It's a 96 model, give or take 97 model. He's an older black gentleman, gray hair, blue shirt on, and front end damage. Heavily front end damage in front. Heavily front end. I knew he was going to do something. If I was in uniform, I would have picked a see, but I did. So.
Okay. So he went.
He's heading towards that area. If we get policeman up that way, I know traffic. I know there's an incident up that way. Hopefully, there's another officers on that see him.
Give me one moment.
I know it's RHA 5933. There it was. RHA 5933. RHA 5933.
I got it. Robert Henry Adams 5933.
Yes. It's okay. She got it. It's all good. Yeah.
Okay, one thing that I want you guys to understand during this second call is that Mr. Herring did get frustrated and drove off. Now, what wasn't known at the time was that Hannah Payne herself was actually standing next to Mr. Terry Robinson when he made the first 911 call. After 20 minutes, Mr. Herring decided to try to drive off. Hannah Payne tried to say that Terry Robinson is the reason why she chose to pursue Mr. Herring. Terry Robinson wanted someone to get the plate number so that he can relay that message to 911. Hannah Payne, instead of only getting the tag number, chose to follow him and take matters into her own hands. Now, you're going to see in a minute when she makes her 911 call that she tried to play as if she didn't know a 911 call had been placed. But I just need you guys to know that she was standing right next to Mr. Terry Robinson at the time that he placed that first 111 call. And she took it upon herself to go and get the license plate number from Mr. Herring's car.
Hopefully the lady in the Jeep was almost in the residence, so she turned around and she went after him. So she's gonna take a picture of his vehicle and stuff. Can't you believe it? I knew there was something wrong with it, guy. I knew it. God. This is crazy. Yeah. Well, he's not gonna get far. This truck's gonna overheat. This truck is gonna overheat. Okay, ma'am, you have my number. If anything, y'all can hit me back. But I'm here with the driver of the truck, the semi truck, and everything. So my number, you have it.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
The state will now republish the defendant's 911 calls, which were state's exhibits 4.
Payne County 911, what is the location of your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually on Forest Parkway and Clark Howell Highway. And there was just an accident. I'm sure they've already called, but I just witnessed it, and I just wanted to make sure that I guess called the police as well in case they didn't.
All right.
She knew very well that the police was called twice. She was standing right there. She was standing right there. It pissed her off that Mr. Herring got into his car and decided to drive away. Okay. Another thing that people don't know about Miss Hannah is that she was an aspiring police officer. Okay. So keep that in your mind while you're listening to this. It pissed her off that he drove away. And so now she's following him.
Okay. Were they what were the kind of vehicles involved?
It's a red Dodge pickup truck. I think it's a Dakota, and a semi was involved. And the red Dakota ran the red light and slammed into the side of the semi.
It doesn't look like we received any reports on it yet. I'll go ahead and put in a call here.
Okay.
Red Dakota. And were they on Forest Parkway or on Clark Howell?
The semi and I were turning left onto Forest Parkway, and the Dakota was going west on Forest Parkway.
Oh, okay. And what's your name?
My name is Hannah, Hannah. Last name is Payne, Payne.
And what's your callback number?
470-512-1847.
We appreciate you calling this in. We'll get someone out there and try to assist them.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So now this should be the end of that. There have been 3 calls placed to 911. Okay. 2 from Mr. Terry, 1 from Hannah. She provided a description of the vehicle. They have his license plate. There's nothing else you can do. Let the police do their job. But she couldn't leave well enough alone. She continued to follow him. And so now she's going to call 911 back because they didn't respond in the time that she felt that they should have responded.
Payne County 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on Clark Howell and Forest Parkway, the intersection. I actually called about 20 minutes ago for an accident, and no one has shown up yet. But I am under the impression that the guy that caused the accident, who ran the red light, is drunk, and he's gotten back in his car.
Now, let me remind you, Hannah Payne was not involved in the accident whatsoever. Mr. Herring hit one car. She witnessed it, yes, but she was not a victim in this whatsoever. She was not in the accident. He didn't hit her or anything like that. So now she's been on this same street for an hour. Okay?
Car, and he's looking like he's trying to drive away. Okay, can you get his tag number? Hold on, he's driving away.
Now, I want you to keep this in mind as well. The 911 dispatcher asked for his tag number. She had his tag number. She gave it to Mr. Terry. They got his tag number before he drove away from the original scene of the accident. She gave it to him and he gave it to 911. So now he's driving away. It seems to me that she's running, meaning that she has already gotten out of her vehicle. For what? I don't know. But now she's hurrying to get back into her vehicle and she's going to follow him some more.
It's a red Dodge Dakota. Mm-hmm. 1 second, hold on. Okay, so he is going west, down Clark. Down Forest Parkway.
Okay, so you couldn't get a tag number?
No, but I'm catching up to him right now.
Okay, ma'am, we actually do not want you to chase him. We just want you to be safe. And it's
I
not
understand.
to chase him.
I understand 100%. I'm just going to get the tag number, if nothing else. But I am going west down Forest Parkway. And we are almost up to him. I mean, his radiator is busted and everything. I honestly have no idea how he's driving the truck the way that it is. Okay. It is a Georgia tag. License plate is RHA as in apple, 4859.
Okay. So if you can go back to that location where the incident happened, it's because someone is actually on the way to you guys now.
Okay, well, there's a police officer there, but he is drunk. I'm sorry, but I'm here to tell you I'm not going to follow him because he is going to cause another accident. So I won't stay behind.
Now, this is where she effed up at. The 911 operator clearly told her to take her butt back to the original scene of the accident. Listen closely what she says after that. She was given clear instructions to go back to the original scene where the first 911 call was placed.
Behind him until an officer can get to us, but until then, I'm not moving.
Yeah, no, that's what I want. I want you guys to go back to the location where it happened, and an officer will be out there momentarily, okay?
Okay, listen to me. The 911 dispatcher says, I want you guys to go back to the original scene of the accident and someone will meet you there. Hannah gets out of her car, and in my interpretation of this, is that she tries to forcefully tell Mr. Herring to go back to the scene of the original accident instead of just taking herself over there. Listen closely.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Why is she asking him to get out of the car? For what reason? Is he supposed to walk back a mile to the scene? She says, get out of the car. I'm on the phone with the police. Get out of the car. Why? For what reason? There's no reason. None whatsoever. He's not obliging to her demands. And so she shoots him.
Ma'am!
Yes.
Ma'am! He just pulled the trigger of my gun in my hand while he was.
Ma'am,
I need a police
you were not
officer
supposed to
now.
follow him.
He hit my car!
Okay, you got the tag number.
There's a police officer down the street. Tell them to come up here now. He pulled the trigger on my gun after he attacked me. Tell the police officers to turn around from the 285 entrance and come up here immediately. And now he needs paramedics. I'm safe, but he ain't. Can you say? You say what happened?
I'm safe, but he ain't, is what she tells a bystander. She goes on to say, "Can you stay and say what happened?"
Okay, ma'am, where are you guys located now? Ma'am.
I don't know. I did. No, I don't.
Okay, ma'am.
There's a police officer here now.
Okay, speak with them.
All right.
The state will now republish State's Exhibit 6, which is Tiana McCraney's 911 call.
Clayton County 911 was
It's a
Hey,
cop.
Clayton,
A cop
call
just
type
put
of
up.
transfer. Hold on, sweetheart. Call it about Forest Parkway and Riverdale Road.
Yes, he got him.
Okay.
He
Hello?
got him.
Hello?
Hi.
Hannah Payne chose to take matters into her own hands. She inserted herself in a situation that had nothing to do with her whatsoever. Okay. She ran Mr. Herring down. She pinned his vehicle so that he could not drive away. She had a gun that she was legally allowed to carry, but she used it as a dangerous weapon after she cornered Mr. Herring in and screamed at him to get the F out of the car. She is disgusting and pathetic. Thanks for watching. Y'all leave me some comments and let me know what you think. As always, y'all be easy. Peace.